Hey guys, Shay here. Today we're talking about swatch sheets and why they're so important. As permanent makeup artists, you need to get to know your pigments. You need to understand them. You need to become best friends with them. And in order to get to know them really, really well, we are going to create some swatch sheets. Personally, I don't like to be overwhelmed with a massive collection of choices when it comes to pigments. There's my close group of friends, and then there's my acquaintances. Don't be overwhelmed by the acquaintances. Instead, we're going to make best friends with our pigments, and we're going to have a select few that we love and use the most. Once you get to know them, you can modify them a little bit as needed. So let's get into the tutorial.
Okay, so in order to get this project started, we need a few things. We have a piece of sketch paper here. So computer paper isn't going to quite cut it. You want something that's a little bit thicker, a little bit sturdier. I'm not fussy on what kind of sketch paper, just something from a sketch pad. Some Q-tips we're going to need. We're going to need a pen. We'll need a little bit of water, and then we're going to need colors. So these are the 5 most commonly used permablend colors for me personally with my clients. So these are the ones I'm going to swatch, and you guys will get to know them a little bit better. To start out, I'm going to write down the name that I'm going to be using. So the first swatch I'm going to do is a French Fancy. So I'm literally just going to write French Fancy, and then I'm going to swatch it. So make sure you shake the pigments really, really well. And then you want to wet your Q-tip. So you're just going to take a little bit of water on your Q-tip and get it wet, kind of get rid of some of the excess water. Take your pigment and put a drop of it on your Q-tip. And then we're going to do a drawdown. So basically we're just going to go like this and run it down here. So what this is showing is more of the opaque kind of solid color up here, and then where it's sheared out with the water is more so how it's going to look on the lips. So you're getting to see, like, if clients just look at the bottle, it can be overwhelming and intimidating. When you shear it out with some water, they really get a better visual of what the color is going to look like on their lips, and then take into account that it's still going to fade out lighter than that as well. Also, the water is actually helping to show you the undertones of the color. So we can see French Fancy here. It's got a lot of plum in it, but as we shear it out, it's a little bit more peachy. So you're seeing it's quite neutral. It's not too warm. It's not too cool. It's a very nice neutral color. So I kind of use this as a base for a lot of my clients who are after that neutral kind of nude lip. Okay, up next we'll swatch Tray Pink, one of my personal favorites. And if it's not sheer enough, you can even add a little bit more water to really water down the tail there of the swatch. Okay, so here is your swatch sheet, your drawdown sheet, and you can kind of see the undertones and the colors. But if you guys have some colors at home, and you can do this for your brow colors as well, go ahead and do some swatch sheets up. Even if you have like half an hour to yourself, it's really, really good to do. You're gonna learn a lot more about the colors. And one major tip that I have for you is don't overwhelm yourself with a large collection of pigments. I personally have a very small collection, and I only use colors that I trust and understand. So rather than having like 40 different colors to choose from, I would rather have 12 colors that I am comfortable with and I understand the undertones of it, and I know what to expect with the healing process. And I know how to use those colors properly, then have like a huge assortment of colors. Because don't forget, once you understand these colors, you can mix them and match them as well. So this is really going to help educate you on the colors themselves and a better understanding of the undertones to the colors. I hope this was helpful.
Okay, so now we are done with our swatch sheets. As you can tell, I don't care if they're pretty. I don't care if they're printed from a computer or chicken scratch with a pencil. The purpose of swatch sheets are to get to know those colors. Now, if you want to kick your swatch sheets up a notch, then I highly recommend diving a little bit deeper into the pigments. You can do this by looking on the back of the bottle, looking on the bottle labels, and checking out the CI numbers. These are color index numbers. So you can take a look at the color index numbers that are associated with each pigment bottle and research each of those numbers. This is going to help you get to know your pigments on an even deeper level. You're going to understand what pigments are used to make up that one color that's in the bottle. And the more you know about your pigments, the easier it is to make color choices for your clients. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.